Hey Cancer, thank you so much for joining me. This is a general reading for the full moon in June 2020. This is really positive, powerful message that has come through and kind of complex. There's two parts to it that come together in the end, but we'll work through that and take a look at these both kind of issues or branches of this reading. Your energy come up as the cheetah, and it's about being poised and ready for action, but not taking action just yet. You know, you can see that the energy is there, the stage is set. It's like you've gathered yourself in a way and ready to move forward, but not quite yet. It's sort of poised for action. And I saw like medium or membership, and I just get the feeling, and looking at the cards here, that I feel like you need to step into your physical body, in a sense that I feel like you guys have maybe formulated a plan or been working on something energetically or internally, and it's like it's all bound up, ready to go, but you need to sort of step into action. And this, when I see membership, I feel like you might need to join a gym or some kind of group fitness, something to get into your body, get active. If you are a runner, I feel like you need to start running again. There's sort of message of physical activity and generating that actual physical energy to move yourself forward. So that may resonate for some of you or not. What I see is you here ready with Four of Wands, ready to rebuild and move forward to something that you've been focusing on, working on, perhaps, a dream, a project, an idea, or just a vision of your life and yourself that you want, that you're very ready to move forward to and start building. It's almost as if everything's in place except something. There's this holding back, or just halting, not quite moving yet. And again, I feel like it's a physical thing. It's you're not quite in your physical reality ready to take the action yet, but you're being called forward. It's like now is the time, but it's going to require you stepping into action and gathering the physical energy or the means to move forward to what you want, which is again a sort of a new stable beginning in your reality, in your real life, in your job, in your home, in your physical self. There's something very tangible that you're ready to make a start on. But something is stopping you. I feel like you, in your head, you've got some concerns, some anxieties, some fears about this, something that's holding you back from moving towards what it is you really want, or making this perhaps new start for yourself, or even just rebuilding from a situation. I feel like you've been through a lot. There's definitely a situation in your life that you've been working through and have done a lot of, I'm not going to say healing, but certainly resolution. In a way, I feel like you've distracted yourself from perhaps what you've been going through by focusing on things outside of your personal situation, focusing on work or new ideas for yourself. In a way, I feel like it's a distraction. You've put yourself there, creating this new path or idea for yourself, and it may have been a distraction, but there's something now, or the place you've come to now, that is forcing you or calling you to address the things that you haven't, that you may have been distracting yourself from. You now are coming to a place, and this, probably needs to happen before you can move forward to, where you really do address the emotional issues that perhaps you've, been putting aside and not really addressing. This queen now in your near future she's looking at what she's been through and what she might have learnt, and addressing all of the issues, because I feel like you guys may have been, shoving some things aside, wanting to move forward, just going, no, I'm just going to move on. But in doing that, it may have been a protective kind of mechanism or whatever, and it has served you, definitely has served you. There's been, an ending that has helped you to transform. I think you've grown and come to see yourself, see things in a new light. This is you now. This is how you're presenting now, is transformed and with a whole new perspective. But at the same time, I feel like you may not fully have addressed emotional issues, and taken a look at what you've been through. Which, sorry guys, I just had a call come through. I feel like you've been on a difficult path, and it's you coming out the other end with a new perspective, certainly with growth and transformation here. Sort of changed, very much a changed person. But this situation has been a long haul for you. It's been tough, and it definitely, I think, has come to an end, to be honest, except for you just addressing maybe the emotional issues. And there's some things that you need to just take a look at and put down now. Let go of any resentment maybe, or disappointment, regrets, that can come to an end. You can let go of that now, and maybe that's just what we're looking at here is just a letting go. You don't need to hold on to that anymore. Perhaps acknowledge it, or where you've been, what you've been through, your hurts and disappointments, or whatever challenges you've faced in this journey. But let it go, because there's endings here. It's time to bring it to an end. And this is where this kind of splinters in your advice and guidance is suggesting here that you do go back to this past situation and get some closure. Perhaps there's a conversation you need to have. Perhaps there is somebody you need to communicate with, involving or regarding a past situation, maybe a past relationship, someone you had strong feelings for. And you need to get some closure here, because there's definitely still this lingering feeling of hurt and disappointment and being, left out in the cold. So if somebody has done that to you in the past, or if, something came to an end that is still, bringing you pain and disappointment, that needs to be addressed before you can accomplish this new path, or even embark on this new path. This past situation needs to be closed off. You need some closure, and that's going to take some emotional acknowledgement. Like I said, just go back and take a look at your feelings about this past situation, what you've been through, maybe what you're still holding on to, and have the conversation if need be. Speak your truth. And this is the Queen of Swords, this is not the King, so there's nothing harsh about this. It's an honest, clear and loving conversation that needs to be had in order to bring you and possibly this other person out of the cold. You know, there's always behind this card is always the sanctuary, the warmth, the healing, the let's just say warmth, because I can't think of a better word right now. But you don't need to stay out in the cold is what I'm saying. This can, you know, come to a successful end, and it's going to require some communication, a conversation, or you know, a closure of a past situation, so that you can take action, move forward, and start, you know, on this new path for yourself, which is stable, and which, you know, you're ready to embark on or wanting to embark on. But there's just a little bit of work to be done first. And like I said, starting to take care of yourself physically, start getting active, get into your body, so that you can harness this energy, which is poised and ready to go. It's powerful. So this is, you know, a positive in the end, a positive reading that says to me that you're ready for really good things in your life. So Cancer, I'm going to leave that there. I hope this helped you. Please, like I said, subscribe if you want to stay in touch and see what other messages are coming through for you. And leave a comment if this helped you in any way, because I love to hear from you guys.